Radhe Radhe everyone. Today we are going to watch Shri Radha Bala Leela Madhuri from the book Prem Madira, written by Jagadguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, and it's translated by Dr. Bhageshwari Devi Ji from Radha Madhav Society, United Kingdom. My humble pranams to my Divine Master's divine lotus feet for giving the world the precious treasure of divine knowledge about the Leelas of Shri Radha Krishna, and due to his compassionate, merciful nature, he has given the world the precious treasure of beautiful forms of Shri Radha Krishna for all of us to meditate upon along with the Leelas. Along with me, you all can bow down to my Divine Master's divine lotus feet. And let's all pray together to grace us to follow his instructions and to practice in our daily life and to get rid of these material sufferings forever and to walk in the path of bhakti. Oh my dear, though Shri Krishna is the life of all souls, yet Guruvar is dearer than him. Oh my dear, the Guru dispels the darkness of ignorance and imparts divine knowledge. Oh my dear, Guru imparts the true knowledge of Brahm, Jeev and Maya. Oh my dear, the Vedas declare Rauti Gum Iti Guru. The Guru dispels the darkness of ignorance. Oh my dear, therefore only he who is capable of removing our ignorance deserves to be a Guru. Oh my dear, the Guru frees you from the influence of Triguna, the three modes of Maya. Oh my dear, the Guru removes Tritapa, the three kinds of suffering. Oh my dear, the Guru makes us free from the bondage of three kinds of bodies: gross, causal, and subtle. Oh my dear, the Guru removes Pancha Klesha, the five afflictions that torment the soul. Oh my dear, the Guru graces the individual soul to transcend Pancha Kosha, the five sheaths of Maya. Oh my dear, the Guru liberates the individual souls from Maya and blesses them with divine love. Oh my dear, the scriptures say it is only through God's grace that one meets a Guru. Oh my dear, the scripture further says that it is only through the grace of Guru that one realizes God. Oh my dear, surrender wholeheartedly to your Guru to receive the grace of God. Oh my dear, renouncing the desire for bhukti as well as mukti, simply surrender to your Guru. Oh my dear, seek only the happiness of your beloved Guru and never your own. Oh my dear, practice ROOPDHYAN, shed tears of love or surrender unto your Guru. Oh my dear, implicitly obeying the orders of your Guru is true service to him. Oh my dear, the scriptures say that if one displeases God, then Guru has the authority to forgive him. Oh my dear, but if your Guru is displeased, even God will not favor you. He will never forgive you if you transgress against your Guru. Oh my dear, there is a big difference between God and Guru. The Guru favors the fallen, whereas God loves only those who are pure in heart, his devotees, the saints. Oh my dear, only the one who is fully conversant in all the scriptures with a heart full of divine love deserves to be called a spiritual master. Oh my dear, a genuine saint treasures divine love inside, which is sometimes externally manifested through the Ashtashatvika Bhavas, the 8 symptoms of divine love ecstasy. Though he tries to control them. Oh my dear, if you meet a saint who has both the above qualities, unhesitatingly go to him with full faith and practice devotion under his guidance. Oh my dear, love Shri Krishna selflessly as your beloved with the sentiments of Madhurya Bhava, always seeking only his happiness. Oh my dear, follow the path of Rahanuga Bhakti, abandoning all kinds of worldly desires as well as the desire for liberation. Oh my dear, practice your devotion with the sentiments of Samartha Rati, the highest class of selfless devotion. Oh my dear, lovingly meditate on the divine form of Shama and sing their glories through Sankirtana. Oh Lord, Prem Ras Madira, Shri Radha, Bala, Leela, Madhuri. Mother Kirti says, Oh Larali, you are dearer to me than my life. Please wake up now, oh Lali. Look at the reddish sun scattering its rays over the forest and gardens of Barsana. Seeing a beautiful form as a child, even the sun god seems to be showering paternal love. Paternal love means just as Shamsundra has made his appearance in the Luna dynasty, Chandra Vamsha, Kishorji has made her appearance in the Solar dynasty, Surya Vamsha. It is only natural for the sun god Bhanu to have paternal affection for the most famous daughter in his clan. A gentle breeze is carrying the fragrance of flowers. Birds can be heard chirping in all directions in the forest, gardens, and all the various ponds. The cows, overwhelmed with love, are refusing to give milk to their calves and are anxiously waiting to see you fast. However, Lali is still not getting up. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, but when Kirtimaya said, Kanha has come to play, she got up immediately and all trace of sleepiness vanished. Little Lali's eyes are filled with drowsiness. Her mother is lifting and propping her up in the bed. Her eyes still do not open. She keeps toppling over even though her mother is supporting her. The charm of this scene is beyond description. Mother Kirti is tenderly caressing and cradling her little child again and again and speaking softly and sweetly to her. When she still not get up, her mother says, if you do not get up, I will not be a Maya anymore. I will go now and give all the butter right now to your brother Shri Dama because he makes me happy. The Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, hearing this, little Lali opened her eyes, but a hint of anger could be seen in her innocent glances. Little Kumari tells Kirti Maya, I want the moon to play with. Give it to me as a toy. Holding her mother's chin, she frets and speaks with a lisp. Maya, I will play with the moon. It pleases me. I will not eat the butter you give me till you fetch me the moon. I will not speak to you and will make someone else my mother. I will never wear any jewelry and I will throw away all my clothes. I will run off to my friends' homes and I do not care the slightest about who stays near house in my place. Seeing her little child's obstinacy, Kirtimaya brought a mirror and showed her the reflection of the moon in it. Innocent little Kumwari squealed with joy, thinking it to be the actual moon. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, however, when she could not catch it, she mumbled a few words of resentment, hanging her head down. Blessed is Kirti Maya, who sacrifices her body, mind, and soul, seeing the childhood pastimes of little Kanwari. Little Kishorji calls Kirti Maya Ayya and her father Vrishibhanu Papa. She squeals with joy, displaying two small milk teeth, though no one can understand the reason behind it. The blue jamguli shimmering on her fair body resembles the blue sky. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, she who is the abode of bliss and the Supreme Lord's bliss-giving potency has appeared on this earth, subjugated by the love of her devotees. I sacrifice myself on little Kunwari's squeals of intense joy. She crawls rapidly on all fours in the courtyard of King Vrishibhanu. The more I see it, the more my heart craves to see that beautiful sight. The sight of the blue jamguli on her fair body is pleasing to the mind. I became oblivious of my own body in joy, seeing her looking at her reflection in the jeweled pillars of the palace. I become beside myself with happiness, listening to the sweet jingling of her anklets. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says Shri Radhika's childhood pastimes are something to be relished by sight. They cannot be put into words because anything that it is compared to will be put to shame. Little Kunwari is quarreling with and pestering her mother Kirti, feigning anger and pulling and tugging at her mother. She is making sounds and her mother is overwhelmed with joy at this sight. Stamping her little feet, she is acting resentful, hanging on her mother's neck and looking downcast and mumbling something. Lord Shankara has abandoned his divine trance in order to see this unique divine childhood pastime of Kishoriji. Mother Kirti asked, "What is it you want?" Kumari lisped, "Tell me when my braid of hair will reach my ankles like yours." Kirtimaya said, "Lali, you are just 5 years old. When you grow up, your bride will also grow long. Lali said, Maya, why don't you make me big right now? Kirtimaya said, if I do, then who will I feed in my lap? Shri Kripaluji Maharaj said, hearing this, Kishoreji became very happy and embracing her mother squealed with intense joy. Little Larali's pastimes are beautiful and blissfully sweet. Speaking in sweet, lisping voice, she holds her mother's forehead and chin. Maya, today I went to the forest to play with Lalita and my other friends. Suddenly, a group of young ladies arrived there. They stared unblinkingly at me and then came and kissed my forehead. Then they whispered something in each other's ears. I think it was about me. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, then the ladies went away saying the pair of Larali and Lala are so well suited to each other and will make a unique couple. Kumari asked her mother, Maya, what sort of calamity is the pair? And who is this Lala who I am to be paired with? Tell me right now. Pulling and tugging at her mother, she repeatedly questions her, and Kirtimaya is overwhelmed with love by her behavior. She says, Oh Lali, these young women who said this to you seem to be from Nandagama. They want to arrange an engagement between you and Nandalala, and that is why they have come here. The words of Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, Kishorji's curiosity is piqued even further, and she asked, Oh Maya, and what sort of thing is this engagement? Mother Kirti, to avoid answering questions of Kishorji, says, Go out and play among the creepers. What are you going to do? Understand what engagement means? You are just unnecessarily bothering me. But Kumvari does not listen and stomping her little feet on the ground. She makes sounds and shedding tears continues to rankle with her. Seeing her tantrum, her mother said, Listen, Lali, I will whisper the meaning in your ears, but do not tell anyone. Just as you keep marrying dolls to each other in play, one day you will be married to Nandalala. In the words of Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, Kumbari began to squeal with joy and said, Quick Maya, get me married right away. Little Kunwari tells her mother, Oh mother, I will never talk to you again. She is lisping and sulking with her mother. Kirtimaya says, Oh Lali, what is the matter? Why are you getting angry? Kumvari replied, The mothers of all my friends have made male and female dolls for all of them. I have been asking you for such dolls for 2 days now. Saying this, Kumvari burst into tears. I don't want a Maya like you or a brother like Sri Dama. Immediately picking up her little child, Maya wiped her tears with her anchala. In the words of Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, smilingly Kirtimaya said, I will make the dolls exactly as you like right now. Little Kishoriji tells her mother, Maya, make me such a beautiful female doll that completely captivates the male doll when he looks at her. Make her wear such clothes and ornaments that will not be available to my Sakis. Then make the male doll that will be completely pleasing to the female. Both should be decorated with ornaments from head to toe. After that, I will tie a head dress on both appropriate for a bride and a groom. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, after that, O Kishoriji, take the two dolls and along with their Sakis perform a wedding. Kirtimaya made a male and female doll for Kumvari. The female doll had the color and appearance of Kishoriji, and male doll had a color, appearance and beauty of Shyam Sundara. Seeing the dark color of the male doll, Kumvari got a little angry and said, "This doll is black and not pleasing to the female doll." Kirtimaya said, "This is the color of Hare who has created this entire world." Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says to Kishoriji, "What Kirtimaya is saying is true. You will see it for yourself in the not too distant future." Shri Dama is complaining to Mother Kirti about his little sister. "Mother, Lali does not listen to me at all and refuses to play with me. There is one dark complexioned boy who is Yashoda's son, and Lali plays only with him, doing as she pleases." Little Kishorji tells Kirti Maya, "Oh Maya, Shri Dama always holds a grudge against me. Whenever he loses to me in a game, he never gives the wager but gets angry with me. He sometimes pinches me and sometimes tries to scare me. Sometimes he teases me, sometimes mocks me, and sometimes grimaces at me, showing all his teeth." Sri Kripaluji Maharaj says, "This is not good at all. Should a brother and sister be fighting in this manner?" Little Kumvari complains to Kirti Maya, "Oh Mother, Shri Dama troubles me a lot. I do not want him a brother. I do not want him as a brother. I went to play in the groves today along with my friends. Sri Dama was already hiding in the groves. Before we arrived, covering himself with a blanket, he suddenly came out acting like a ghost and scared us. He said in a frightful voice, 'I will eat you all today.' We started running and he chased us, and when we were tired, he took off the blanket and said, 'It's just me.'" Sri Kripaluji Maharaj says, Mother Kirti reassured her daughter, saying, "Let Sri Dama come. I will give him a hiding with a stick today." Little Lala complains to Mother Kirti, "Oh Mother, Sri Dama Bhaiya makes me cry a lot. He takes away my dolls and hides them somewhere. You never say anything to Sri Dama and get angry with me alone." Hearing this, Kirti Maya summoned Sri Dama. Sri Dama said, "She is always stealing my stuff." In the words of Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, Kirtimaya says to both of them, "Brothers and sisters are not supposed to fight like this." Little Kunbari is telling her mother, Let's whoever eat your butter, I will not. Seeing her little darling sulk in this manner, Kirtimaya is overwhelmed with bliss. When she started rolling on the ground making sounds, Mother Kirti lifted her up and asked her, "What do you want?" Kumvari lisped, "All my friends are engaged. They all tease me because I am not." Itimaya said, "You are just 5 years old. I will get you engaged with such pomp and ceremony that all your friends will feel jealous." Sri Kripaluji Maharaj says, hearing this, little Kunwari became very happy and embraced Kirtimaya. Little Kumari lisps to Kirtimaya, "I was playing at the gateway with Lalita and the other Sakis, when an ascetic came there with a veena in his hand. He stared unblinkingly at me with tears flowing from his eyes. Then he circumambulated me 7 times, singing Radhe, Radhe all the while. After that, he made a gesture suggesting that he wanted to take all my misfortunes on himself. Balaya, and taking the dust from my feet, he put it in his mouth. When Lalita asked him his name, he laughed loudly and promptly ran away. I told Lalita, he appears to be mad. Wasn't I right, Maya? Why are you looking so afraid? Kirtimaya said, that was the great sage Narada. Why didn't you just call me? Sri Kripaluji Maharaj says, innocent little Kumvari asked Kirtimaya, Mother, is he possessed by some spirit? Little Kishorji says in great irritation, Mother, my friends tease me a lot. They say I have been engaged to someone who is black in color. Our mothers have gotten us engaged to fair boys. If this is true, I will never get engaged. Kirtimaya said, oh, when they grow up, all black complexioned boys will become fair complexioned. Little Kishorji said, then all the fair boys must become black complexioned too. Itimaya said, yes, Kunwari, that is true. Kishorji said, then all these friends of mine will be so embarrassed when they grow up. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, oh Lali, even Lord Rama, whom all the saints declare to be God, is dark complexion. I would like to share few points from Bhakti Shatak. It is of primary importance for an aspirant. But before that, I just would like to remind you, if you would like to read more about Leelas of Shri Radha, please browse our online JKP online literature shop and buy the book Prem Madira, and you can enjoy the highest reading the Leelas of Shri Radha Krishna and meditate, and you can all meditate upon it. Explanation. It is of for an aspirant to know who Shri Radha is. It is not possible to know any divine entity with our limited material senses, mind and intellect. So there is no question of knowing Shri Radha, who is supreme. Even the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna himself, who is non-different from Shri Radha, cannot gauge the depth of her glory. A Rasika saint says, the greatest treasure of my life is the sweet name of Shri Radha. Even Shri Krishna cannot know her glory, although he assumes countless forms to sing her praises. However, it is imperative to both understand and to attempt to explain this entity to the extent that is possible. All the Vedas directly or indirectly describe only the glories of Sri Radha. Curiosity arose in the minds of some realized saints as to why devotion is practiced exclusively to Sri Radha, excluding other divine powers. A brilliant light manifested in response to this question. This effulgence was in fact the Vedas in personified form. They said Sri Radha is the origin of all divine powers and she empowers all gods and goddesses. Therefore, even we, the eternal source of divine wisdom, reverentially bow before her. All great divine powers are subservient to her and tremble in fear lest she be displeased with them. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna himself fearfully keeps watch for the slightest rise of Sri Radha's eyebrows in an attempt to know her desire and then serve her accordingly. The Vedas continued, be the Vedas and the six Hindu school of thought, Samkhya, Yoga, Vedanta, Nyaya, Vaisheshtika and Mimamsa cannot gauge the depth of Sri Radha. That is to say, we cannot give a full exposition. We simply offer our humble obeisance, bowing to her, the revered deity of Nandana, who is dearer to him than his own life, and the one who grants utter fearlessness to surrender souls. We offer our salutations to Shri Radha, whose very foot dust, the embodiment of bliss, Brajanandanandana, reverentially applies to his forehead during the Rasa Leela, and whose all-encompassing love makes him forgetful of his flute, staff and other divine ornaments, which are actually divine personalities. In fact, he enslaved by the love of Sri Radha. We all bow to her. The Lord of Love, Sri Krishna, becomes so enraptured in the supreme bliss of her loving embrace that he forgets his own infinitely blissful form as well as his divine abode Goloka. We bow down to that supreme divine power, Sri Radha, who is the origin of all great powers such as Mahalakshmi and Parvati, etc., who are merely partial manifestations of her. The word Radha itself proves the supremacy of Radha Tattva. The root word of Radha in Sanskrit, according to sage Panini's grammar, means the supreme deity worshipped by all. The Vedas state the supreme absolute Lord Krishna, who is worshipped by the entire universe consisting of countless Brahmanandas, and even by the governors of all these Brahmanandas, such as Brahma, etc., he himself always worships Sri Radha. Thus, the supremacy of Radha Tattva is indisputably established. Apart from this, there are descriptions of Radha Tattva in number of Vedic mantras. If you like to read more about Sri Radha, please buy Bhakti Shadak book and you can read and enjoy the glories of Shri Radha and Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Don't forget to subscribe to our Jagadguru Kripalu Pariksha YouTube channel, Jagadguru Tam Lectures YouTube channels, and Kripalu Nidhi and Sanatan Vedic Dharma apps. Don't forget to download. In one stop you can get everything, kirtans, lectures, etc., etc. Then don't forget to browse our online bookshop, JKP Literature online bookshop, to enjoy the highest about Shri Radha and Krishna. We'll catch you all soon with other videos. Stay tuned. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.